Every year, there's one Pokemon that you can count on at Worlds that is more noteworthy than Landorus. It is more noteworthy than Rillaboom. It is more noteworthy than Incineroar. That's right, Gastrodon. Gastrodon is a huge infamy for being one of the most consistently given away Pokemon at Worlds for all of these World Championships events, due to the fact that it just happens to appear on teams. It was so already infamous that a lot of people just expected Gastrodon would be the gift Pokemon for next year's Worlds and assumed that it would be just doing well this year. And today, we have a Gastrodon team that should hopefully actually be pretty good. If you guys enjoy, of course, and you want to see some more content like this, like and subscribe for more. And with that said, let's get right into the team we're using today. So today's team was meant to be a Sylveon feature, but it turned into a lot more of a Gastrodon focus, where we're using a Rocky Helmet Tera Gastrodon that's designed to honestly be a really good redirector for mons like Urshifu, and use its ability Storm Drain to draw in any sort of water type attacks. When you partner this with Sui Arcanine, it's actually proven to be a very terrifying core, and this team overall forms a really strong balance concept. With Sylveon being a strong Choice Specs mon and the ability to use Tera Fire and also the Tera Blast with Pixelate to be a really good either single target fairy move that you can use or a strong way around mons like Amoonguss, this Sylveon proves overall with Tera Blast and Choice Specs to be a really strong threat. We're using Dark Shifu as well, which is a pretty interesting pick. We have Zapdos' Tailwind, which would be interesting if we didn't just feature it yesterday, funny enough. And then we have Rillaboom, of course, to round out the team. If you guys want to try this, of course, this team actually did end up doing incredible at Worlds. It was the first place team in the Senior World Championships, so try it out below. I'm also going to link the Talon VGC video again. This had a ton of the rentals that we're going to be using over the next few videos, or at least some of them. And then obviously, again, this was one of the teams that was made in that video. So both those links will be down below to the video as well as the team itself and the rental if you want to try it, which is also on screen here. With that said, though, we'll see you guys in the battles. And we are here with our first game of the day. We're taking on a pretty interesting team, to say the least. Globro is definitely interesting, but at the same time, to be fair, we are running Sylveon, which, I mean, this was a Worlds team, to be fair. It was a really good one at that, but still, it is a Worlds team, kind of a weirder team nonetheless. So we do need to kind of be careful. That Thunderous is probably E-Terrain. If I had to guess, it's probably how Sneasel will pop it. Globro is probably a Trick Room setter. I could probably aggressively lead off with, like, Urshifu Rapid Arcanine and get some good damage off. And then I can go with... I'd probably have to go with Sylveon in the pack. Sylveon should tear this team up. I know there are two poison types, but at the same time, I feel like Sylveon just does a lot of work. And then I think finally, I kind of want to bring the Rillaboom. I could bring Zapdos or... let's bring Zapdos, actually. Let's bring Zapdos. I think I can position in a way... Actually, I think I'll bench Sylveon this game. And we're going to go with Gastrodon. Gastrodon, I think, will be a little bit more needed for that Urshifu. Because I'm realizing now that my Urshifu matchup is not great with the other three. It's still winnable, but it's not great. So Sylveon will just have to bench this game. It's still fine, though. I mean, it is Sylveon. It's a good mon, in my opinion, but it's definitely not a mon you bring to every single game. So good luck have fun to my opponent, though, and let's see what we can do. I feel confident in the team. I've gotten a lot of games with this, actually. I will say, though, I tilted my rating from, like, mid-17s to, like, 15 last night, and this is one of the teams that started it. So I still feel confident. I was getting some more games outside of that in today, so it's definitely not impossible. Just, I need to be careful. I need to be smarter is what it really is. We're gonna go for the Tera, though, honestly, probably on Arcanine. Well, definitely on Arcanine, actually, yeah. I'll go for Detect on Urshifu. I was mixing this up with the Bandit Urshifu team I was running with. But yeah, so we're going to go with the Poison, though, with the Tera Fairy, and we're going to go with Rock Slide. Now, this plus E-Speed should be able to take out that Sneasel pretty confidently. We do have Sneasel at -1 anyway, so I'm not really too concerned. My guess is this is either going to be the Lumberry Sneasel, and they're going to try and go for an attack into Urshifu, probably a fighting type move, or they're probably going to be the Electric Seed Sneasler. Yep, okay, they're going for Tera Flying. Probably going to be Electric Seed, if I had to guess. I know these typically, on the Tera Flying builds, they go with Electric Seed Acro. Not 100% sure, again. This could be a lot of things, really. But they're definitely trying to deal damage to that Urshifu. They're probably like Dire Claw, Acrobatics, fillers. Detect is definitely in there. Maybe Fake Out is the last move. Honestly, Fake Out would be really good, so I could totally get that. But we're going to have to see what my opponent ends up going for here. So we go for the Detect here. I'm hoping they Fake Out the Shifu. Fake out the Shifu? Oh, okay, so they're going for a raw attack. Probably still... Ooh, they're going for Swagger into Shifu. That does not work. That would never have worked. And they were trying to go for Acrobatics again into Shifu, which I'm perfectly fine with this. We're going to get a very free attack into the Sneasler this turn. Both of these monsters take a ton of damage. We just barely don't take out both of them, which is good. That's a Berry Thundurus. Berry Thundurus actually should be pretty easy. Oh, never mind. It's Leftovers. Even better, in all honesty. We'll go for Wicked Blow into Thundurus here. And then I'm going to go for E-Speed into Sneasler here. Sneasler should guarantee die to this. Thundurus will too, for that matter. They're going to switch out. That's fine. Sneasler should still be pretty easy to muscle with this core later on. They're actually going to bring in their own Urshifu. Okay, their own Urshifu is definitely interesting. Now, I will say, I can probably just go right into Gastrodon here. They are going to para my Arcanine. I don't mind. Really, Arcanine at this point is just kind of priority spamming. What I think I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to switch out my own... Well, okay, so actually it'll depend on the mono switch out. I'm definitely going into Gastrodon though. What I think the goal will be is just switch out Urshifu ideally, because I can actually just go for the Tera Blast right into their Urshifu, and frankly the Surging Strikes into that will be a lot more free. Now to be fair, I do have to add the caveat. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to Gastrodon. I'm not even going to question it. We'll go right into Gastrodon here. I could actually also go into... No, I'm going to go into Gastrodon because I can't let Arcanine die, especially on a Protect turn. And then we're going to go for E-Speed into Sneasler. This way, if they try and go for Surging Strikes... Yep, okay, so they might be going for Surging Strikes here to try and get around. Okay, they're going into Ursaluna. Either way, I do like the Gastrodon play a lot here. Now, we'll have the Urshifu in the back, which is good. If they go for Surging Strike either way, I'm assuming they probably will into Arcanine because they didn't commit to the kill with Sneasler. Then I can draw that in. If they go for anything like, I guess, probably, I guess Close Combat would be the play. They're not going to go for Close Combat. Okay. I didn't think they would, but it was a not bad idea into Shifu, which I guess at that point Zapdos would have been a little better, but again, I didn't expect it. We're going to regardless just go for an Ice Beam right into Ursa though, and then I think I'm just going to go for the Tera Blast right into Shifu here. No matter what, Shifu should die. If not, I guess the Sneasler dies, which Shifu not dying here is fine. Because I do have the Zapdos later on, which Zapdos should win this endgame, and I don't have to worry about Sneasler Tire Claw shenanigans. So this is pretty okay. Ooh, wow. Okay, that Ursa's fast. That Ursa's very fast. Oh my goodness. So that's... Oh wait, you know what? I must be slowed. Oh right, because I'm parried. I completely forgot about the para. So even still though, this Ursa does have speed investment because that, which I guess shouldn't be too surprising. It's not really like a hard Jerk'em team. The only Jerk'emon is a mon that has a potential for Quick Draw as an ability, which could just be priority boosted anyway. But I was going to say though is that despite the Arcanine being parried, well, we should still hit. I believe this Arcanine in particular will reach, I think it's like 62 after the para. I'm forgetting my calcs in all honesty. I'm really forgetting my calcs. Okay, this should still be fine in all honesty. We're gonna go for, I think I'm just gonna go for a, I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna definitely E-Speed into the Shifu. No, I'm gonna E-Speed into the, into the Shifu. And I think I'm just gonna Earth Power into the Shifu in all honesty. I feel like if Ursa really does attack again, so be it. Even if the Shifu protects, so be it. Okay, yeah, they did protect. All right, perfect. This works out great. Because, oh, they parried. Unfortunate. Well, they're going to take Helmet Chip from Gastrodon at the very least. Oh, never mind. So they're going to let me get the Earth Power off at the very least. Which still is, that's still really good. That's still very good for me. Were Glasses on... Yeah, we're Glasses. Okay. So I can't just go for any sort of shenanigans with like taking a Focus Ash hit and then just killing off partner slot there. Oh, we just kill anyway. Okay, then I'm guaranteed set. I was trying to think about how I outplay this scenario, but I forgot about my +1. My +1 is so huge on Gastrodon. This really does make the mon like obnoxiously good into this meta. Gastrodon's been a mon I've been wanting to feature for a while actually. I just haven't really gotten the right team. I've been wanting to feature this actually as as the feature mon since Series fucking 2, when I lost to the Terrifier set at the Orlando Regionals. And I was like, oh, okay, let's feature Gastrodon because I mean it's a pretty good mon. It matches up really well into a lot of the current threats, and with Terrifier, it's pretty hard to kill. And then I just backseated it because I can't play a lot of those teams. Then Palafin meta came, and I was like, oh, Gastrodon's gonna be so good here. Still didn't use it. And it's still just a fine mon. It's been a fine mon across the board. I just have yet to use it. So I'm glad we're at least getting to show a team that's using it today, even if it's not the feature. But regardless, though, we'll see you guys in game number 2. Okay, moving on to game number 2, we're having at the very least a variation of, if not the exact team that Sempra ended up using. I know that yesterday we got pretty cocky about the fact that we were definitely fighting Sempra's team. So we will need to be a little bit careful in terms of how we're playing around this. This team actually matches up much better than the team we were using yesterday, though. The Zapdos should go very hard here. Definitely bring Zapdos 100%. I'm not sure about a backline or not though. I do like the Urshifu as well. Really, I like everything here. I think I'm going to definitely bank on Sylveon. I'm just not sure about lead. What I'm going to probably do is I think I'm going to lead off with Rillaboom. Having a nice anti-fake out will be huge. I'm going to bring Rillaboom, and then I think I'm going to go with... I kind of want to go with like Rillazap on lead. I feel like Rillazap matches up really well here. We can bring Shifu, and then I kind of want to bring Sylveon. Gastro could be good too, and I can maybe bring that over my own Shifu. Do I like that? Yeah, I actually like that a lot. I also kind of like the idea of just leading off with Shifu Zap. We're gonna ditch Shifu, I think, actually. Not that Shifu's bad, but I feel like that Sylveon late game with Tera Fire could actually be a menace. And early game, I mean, I feel like this team actually does threaten Pelipper enough to not come. Unless it's Tailwind, which if they're Tailwind, they're just doing it to mirror mine, which I'm okay with. But I don't anticipate that they're running Tailwind on this. I mean, I guess yesterday's did. Who knows? We'll have to be careful. We'll definitely have to scout. But I do still feel confident. My opponent's going to bring Iron Hands Goldengo on lead. Okay, Iron Hands Goldengo is fine. What I'm going to proceed to do here, I'm going to just go for the fake out into the Iron Hands to stop it from fake outing me. And then I'm going to proceed to just start Thunderbolting into that Melmetal spot. So we're going to go for this, and then I'm going to go for Thunderbolt. Goldengo shouldn't put up much of a threat on lead, so if Goldengo does end up switching, that's fine. Everything besides, which it doesn't switch, but I was going to say everything besides Amoonguss would be a really good switch in for me and would only help. They're faster. That's good information to note. Now, they're definitely faster than the Zapdos at the very least. I think that means they're also faster than this Rillaboom, because I'm pretty sure this Rillaboom is too slow for that. Okay. So, I'm going to proceed to go for Drum Beating into the... Actually, I'm going to go for Protect here. And then I'm going to go for a Tailwind this turn. I know that Zapdos is really good in trying to let it potentially take on like a Shadow Ball plus Iron Hands, which thankfully they don't do. I think they are just going to go for a Make It Rain, but even if they don't, I'm fine with that. They're going to go into Amoonguss here. Okay, Amoonguss is fine. Amoonguss is very fine. So we're going to get this Tailwind up at the very least though, and then I think I'm just going to go for my kills into Amoonguss, because I know I can KO that. We did figure this out yesterday that I can make that KO. And they're going for Make It Rain, which isn't doing a lot of damage. And now it's only a +1 Goldengo, which is huge. Plus, we're going to have Tailwind up so I can get both my attacks off into Amoonguss before it will get off anything. If they go for like a Protect here, so be it. But I can't really make my plays around that. So we're going to go for a Drum Beating here. Actually, hold on. U-turn would probably be better. U-turn also gets me better momentum into something else, which is huge. So yeah, we're going to go for this. I feel like that'll be a better long-term play. I can get some more fake-out turns. They're actually going to switch, which is fine. Really, again, the Hurricane should still be decent damage into anything that wants to come in here. My opponent's going to bring in Iron Hands, and they're going to go for Protect on Goldengo anyway. So this is probably like the best case scenario for me, because I can proceed to just go into really whatever I want. Now the U-turn's a little bit at this point, because Drum Beating could have actually been kind of good there and keeping in Rillaboom. But at the same time, though, what this does allow me is a very free Gastrodon here. Now, I could definitely bring in my Sylveon, but I don't want to reveal Sylveon just yet, especially not with Tera on Sylveon. And Gastrodon does put up a ton of good pressure against my opponent right now. I can go for a very nice Earth Power right into that Iron Hands, and then I can start going for Thunderbolts into Goldengo. I could also just go for Earth Power plus Thunderbolt into Goldengo, because even if it's Tera Flying, or like, really the only type that would match up well into that would be Tera Grass. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for my kill into Goldengo, actually. Because really, unless it's Tera Grass, we're pretty set here. They're not even going to go for Tera. They're going to go for Fake Out, which, again, if they're going for Fake Out, that's fine. Gastrodon, perfect. Okay, they're taking helmet damage. That was probably the best case scenario for me. But either way, I mean, I didn't really lose in this scenario, because the damage on Goldengo is just too good. Now they're going to pop a Sitrus Berry. I'm very fine with that, actually. And then they're probably going to go for Shadow Ball. Yeah, they're going for Shadow Ball. There's no reason not to be fair. Good play on their end. Okay. Ooh, Spit F drop. Okay, yeah, I kind of just need to switch out. I need to switch out immediately. They're +1 though, so actually I don't even know if I should switch out. So I feel like the Protect play is really obvious here. I'm gonna go for, just to be safe, I'm gonna go for a Roost on my Zapdos in case of Iron Hands tries to attack, and then I'm gonna go for an Earth Power into the Iron Hands as well. Because at the very least, then I could damage through Iron Hands in case of trying to get some damage off, or even if I'm going for like a Amoonguss that's decent. Yeah, I think this is my best play for sure. We'll have to see what my opponent ends up doing though. I'm kind of gonna assume that my opponent's gonna probably go for a... I'm assuming Protect on Goldengo for sure. So Protect Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball, Make It Rain. So just Dual Stab. It's pretty common on Nasty Plot sets, to be fair, but still good to note. The Iron Hands is going to switch out again. That's fine. Just don't bring in Pelipper. Don't bring Pelipper and we're kind of set. I think that's Amoonguss. It's Amoonguss. Okay, perfect. This is free damage at the very least. I can go for a Hurricane on the next turn and then just go for Earth Power right into that Goldengo. So I'm pretty fine with this at the very least. I could also switch. Switching wouldn't be terrible here either. Because I can switch right into Rillaboom. Though at the same time, I feel like the Amoonguss is probably gonna stay in. Let's see. So I'm gonna definitely. I think I'm actually just gonna dual target Goldengo. Do I want to? I don't know if I actually want to. I'm gonna go for Earth Power into Goldengo. I'm not gonna overthink it. And then I'm gonna go for the Hurricane into Amoonguss here. And I'm just gonna claim my Amoonguss kill in case it tries to go for like a Rage Powder this turn, because I still want the damage of Goldengo very badly. And I think that there is... Okay, yeah. So they're just gonna go for Shadow Ball here. Perfect. So they're actually probably trying to go for a Spore. Which the Spore is still fine for the record. But just, I need to be a little smarter around this is all. Thankfully, we're gonna get some really good damage off, just barely avoiding the kill there. But we do get Spit Chop, so it's whatever. They're gonna go for Leaf Storm. Okay, Leaf Storm's a good play. We're gonna lose Gastrodon. It's still actually not that bad. Barring Urshifu last mon, I think we're pretty good actually. And if it is Urshifu last mon, then I kind of need to just cut my losses. Okay, so they're definitely gonna go for a Protect on Goldengo this turn. I can feel it in my bones. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna go for the Tera Fire here. Yeah, so let me think. So I need a way to kill Amoonguss is the issue. Which means I need to go for Tera Blast. What are the last mons? Tera Blast could maybe work. Let me delay a turn of Tera actually real quick. Let me just fake out right into this. No, I kind of need to go for the Tera. But the issue being is, do I go for Tera Blast or do I go for... Actually, do I let myself just go to sleep? Now the Amoonguss should have Spore. It should definitely have Spore. I'm gonna let myself go to sleep. We're gonna go for Drum Beating into the Goldengo here. And then I'm gonna go for Terrifier Sleep Talk. And I'm gonna really hope for the best here. If my opponent doesn't put me to sleep, I look like a clown. To be fair, if Urshifu is the endgame on here, I don't actually think I win the game. Because there will be enough on the field that can disrupt me from making that win. And Scarfshifu will rail my team. That plus Iron Hands. Like, I can't actually beat that core. Especially not with an alive Amoonguss. So going for Sleep Talk at the very least does make sure that I don't need to go for any shenanigans with... The biggest thing is with locking moves. That's really the biggest thing. So if I can avoid locking moves, that works out really well for me. If they just go for like a poison move, like a Sludge Bomb or something, then I think I lose anyway. So I kind of need to hope that this pays off. This is a pretty obscene gamble I'm making on a game that's already lost. They go for the Spore. Okay, so they give me that. Now this is still definitely winnable. Because they now actually need to respect Sylveon, and they need to go for like Fake Out into that, which is huge. Because Sylveon can otherwise now get off either Tera Blast or Hyper Voice, or Hyper Beam even. And all of those do so much damage in this thing. So the mon they now need to respect. If they're going to Iron Hands, that's fine. I can at least go for Drum Beating, and I'll have Sylveon to guarantee outpace that, even if it is a fast Iron Hands. If they're going to Pelipper actually means that I probably win the game. Iron Hands, okay, perfect. This is fine. I'm gonna go for a Drum Beating here, and I'm gonna go for Sleep Talk. Now, I need to get pretty lucky with my Sleep Talk turns, I will say, but it's still winnable. I could Sleep Talk it and hit Amoonguss with Tera Blast. Like I need a lot to go right here. And frankly, again, it's one of those calls that it's like, why bother making it? But it's because of the fact that otherwise, if I was in this position right now, and I had a Amoonguss and like Iron Hands or Urshifu on the field, Urshifu could very freely just kill my Sylveon while my opponent fake outs my Rillaboom, and either I go for Protector on that, or I just let, like either way Sylveon dies, I can't stop that from happening. And then meanwhile, I just get 2v1 on the next turn. So like that game was never winnable, unless if I get this turn right in particular. So I kind of just need to hope. I need to just hope really badly that I can get the turns I need to correct. Also that I could just take an Amoonguss hit. Because I think this does have Sludge Bomb. No, it's Pollen Puff. Okay, so Pollen Puff, Leaf Storm, Spore, and then I think it has Protect his last move. Still honestly fine, and it still basically poses the same issues that I would have otherwise had. So it's something I will need to keep in mind here. I am going to go for a Protect on Rillaboom this turn, and I'm going to go for my Sleep Talk. Again, I kind of need to bank off of the fact that my opponent will let me stay asleep the whole time, because once I wake up, Sylveon is no longer useful. So I need 3 turns of sleep. I also need them to not play around Protect. Or play around with Protect is the thing. It's an AV Iron Hand, so I can definitely just go for the kill there. Sleep Talk, come on. Can we get the Hyper Voice? Hyper Voice would be great turn 1, or Tera Blast Fire into the Amoonguss. Hyper Voice or Tera Blast Fire? Hyper Beam, you're fucking kidding. That's probably the one move I didn't want clicked there, but I won't lie. There are situations where that might not be terrible. Specifically, it might not be terrible if the last mon is Pelipper. If it's Pelipper, I think I can actually maybe make this work. But it's gonna be kind of rough, I can't lie. Even still, so I need a double Protect to go off. And I also need to hope that sleep counters won't wake me up when I recharge from Hyper Beam. Okay. Qianpao, ooh, that's a rough one. That is a very rough one. We're gonna go for Protect, and I'm gonna go for another Sleep Talk here. Thankfully, again, I don't think we're counting through sleep turns. I just need to hope that I can get a lot of Protects at this point, in all honesty. Because I need Rillaboom to now just be a threat that's on the field and present. If my opponent just goes for Crunch, I think they win the game. No, they're going for Crash. Oh, they're going for it. They're really going for it. Now I'm pretty sure this is Sash. I'm almost certain this is Sash. I can kind of bank on like a dodge from Crash. I need to get pretty lucky. Like, I need to get super fucking lucky. But isn't that what this whole game is about? Isn't that what this whole game is about? I think my opponent should just put me back to sleep, to be honest. This is looking grim. This is looking very grim. We're gonna go for this, and then I'm gonna go for my Sleep Talk here. Sadly, again, I kind of am choice locked. Ooh, Rage Powder. Okay, perfect. So at least if I go for Tera Blast, that actually works out really well, because if I go for Tera Blast, that's huge, because that kills the Amoonguss at least, and it gives me turn number 3, which could maybe, again, that implies I stay asleep. Woke up. Okay, I lose the game. Unfortunate. Again, I don't think, with POW especially, that was like a worst case scenario. But frankly, again, I don't think I had a super good out here. Unfortunate. We're gonna get into game number 3 though. We'll cut right here. Good game to my opponent. So I've looked away, and my opponent put me to sleep again. I didn't think that that would actually happen. So we're back, I guess. I was literally about to click forfeit. Like, I was ready to click forfeit on the next turn if they didn't kill me. But apparently, they're just gonna let me have this, I guess. I don't fucking know. They should still be able to kill me with Crunch for the record. Like, I'm certain this is just KOs. But it'd be really funny if I just like roll a Hyper Voice here. They're not Sash Pow for some reason, and then I get Tera Blast Fire into Amoonguss next turn. Like that. Oh, okay, Tera Blast Fire. We're at least gonna get another kill, which is kind of funny. Like that at least is something in itself. Because oh wow, that doesn't kill. I'll be honest, I really thought that would kill. Well, even more reason that I guess that we're gonna die. Again, still just really funny that this was the situation, but now we're actually gonna be done, I promise. We'll see you guys in game number 3. Okay, and we are moving on to our final game of the day. We were supposed to be fighting a Tinkaton team, which was much easier, but then the game not only decided to disconnect me on preview, but it also decided to give me a loss, which was fucking annoying. Really love that, especially when I still stayed online, but, you know, fully functional game. We're going to be taking on, I've actually used this team a bit in the past. I actually was going to feature this on the channel, but I decided against it. Really just, at least I don't think it's on my content calendar. If it is, I mean, let me know. I guess I have, so I guess 4 mons that I have coming up. Cloth is non-negotiable, but we do have, in terms of other things, in case you want to see backs over it, because I could use this team. I'm pretty good with it. We have Iron Thorns, Breloom, and Wo-Chien all going ahead of this team. So if you guys do decide that you want to see backs, I guess let me know. In terms of my lead though, I feel confident in the Rillaboom and Harkonine lead. Rillaboom Harkonine should do really good, and especially with Tera Fairy. I think this is my Tera Mono choice for sure. I'm definitely not a fan of the Sylveon. It's yet again another day where I go into a video fully prepared to record on one thing, and then I pivot the video like every other direction, because it's turned from a Sylveon video to now it's probably going to be a Gastrodon video, which I'm very fine with. Gastrodon's a mon, as I said. I think I mentioned this in game 1, but I wanted to feature this mon for several series at this point. So getting a Gastrodon vid, I mean, it'll tag a lot worse, but like I've wanted to feature it for a while, and the mon is really dumb anyway. So we'll take it. I mean, who knows? You guys will just have to like it for Gastrodon. Leave a like especially, because Gastrodon will, the algorithm hates Gastrodon, so you need to show that you like it if you like it. We're gonna fight Zapdos and Amoonguss on lead. Okay, Zapdos and Amoonguss is fine actually. It's a very fine lead for me. I just go for Fake Out right into the Zapdos, and then I just go for probably just a Rock Slide, to be honest. Yeah, Rock Slide feels pretty free. I know that I could definitely just KO the Amoonguss. Issue being, hear me out here. What if Amoonguss just doesn't go, well, it does go for like a defensive Tera? I could also actually just probably go for Fake Out into Amoonguss. I could definitely do that, and then just go for like the Flare Blitz. No, I don't like that because I'm not Banded Arcanine. Yeah, I'm gonna Fake Out the Zapdos. I know it is Tera Steel anyway, so it's probably not a safe play. And then we're just gonna Flare Blitz into the Amoonguss spot. If it Teras, so be it. I don't remember the Tera on this Amoonguss, frankly. But they have too many 50-50s with this lead, and I think they'll value getting up Tailwind because it does help them a lot into the matchup. Let me pull up the exact paste, because I have this Bax team in my builder. It was a team I was trying to break my Torn Tailwind habit. It's the same reason we're doing the Zapdos team that we're doing today. Let's see, okay. So they are gonna Tera here, that's perfectly fine. What are they gonna Tera into? I am curious about what Pokemon they're gonna Tera. Let's see, so this was a top cut team. Let me just search for Excalibur. Because I have the team in my builder. Here we go. Perfect. Yes, that's a Tera Water. They do go for the Tera Water Amoonguss. It's still fine. That's still honestly very fine, because it means that they're not going to go for Tera. Oh, they were Tera Fairy Zapdos, mixing up Zapdos teams. It's still not a huge deal, and honestly, even if they go for the Spore into me, I'm pretty okay with that. Zapdos does flinch here, and Amoonguss does go for the Spore. Okay, so what? Not a huge deal, because they've actually given their Amoonguss now a very big weakness to my Rillaboom. And they do probably have to switch out here, which means I can use that as a momentum piece. Their Zapdos also should be pretty slow in this team. Yeah, no speed investment. Okay, so they're probably slower than my Rillaboom. I don't know with certainty that they're slower than my Rillaboom, but I believe this Rillaboom creeps. I've been running too many Rillabooms. Yeah, 126, we creep. Okay, good to know. So yeah, I'm just gonna U-turn right into that Amoonguss spot. Actually, I'll U-turn into the Amoonguss spot, and then I'm gonna proceed to go for a Rock Slide here. So Zapdos definitely objectively does not threaten Rillaboom. Actually, I'm gonna U-turn. I think that the gamble's a little bit worth it. I think they're likely to go for Tailwind anyway. I could maybe Tera Rillaboom, but Ghost is kind of useless typing for this situation. I don't think it gets me a lot, and frankly, I'd rather lose the Rillaboom entirely. Did they go for Protect? Okay. Yeah, whatever. They're still probably going for Tailwind anyway, in all honesty, so I can make that work. Plus, avoiding the helmet contact even further would be nice, and if they really go for Hurricane, I'm fine with this, because it just means that they're not going to outpace me later on. They're going to go for Hurricane, okay. That's fine. I can still outmaneuver this, in all honesty, so I'm pretty fine with this. We're gonna go for Rock Slide, and then I think I'm just gonna go for the Wicked Blow right into that. Yeah, we're gonna go for Wicked Blow right into that. Into the Amoonguss here, because going for Wicked Blow right into that, we're gonna Tera on Urshifu as well, because it's actually a mon that I do kind of need in the end game, and even burning my Tera here should be fine, because Tera Poison isn't a bad type in anything here. I wouldn't say it's a type that I ideally want to be having, but it's much better than my current type, defensively speaking, because the only thing that helps with right now is Goldengo, but Goldengo being Scarf helps a lot with that, actually. That actually makes this a very viable play to be making, to be honest, because nothing else in the team, I guess, yeah, everything else actually my typing is worse against, besides Goldengo, and it's only if I don't click Sucker Punch. But thankfully, again, they can't Tera Goldengo into Steel, which means if they brought it, they're gonna just die to Sucker Punch. So I'm pretty fine with this. Their only play they can make, I guess, would be going for Trick. But again, I'm not really scared of Trick either. The Amoonguss is max death, which is fine. They'll probably get a Spore off, but at the same time, though, they're gonna put a lot of pressure on themselves. The Amoonguss should nearly die on top of that as well. I mean, honestly, does Amoonguss actually take this hit? I wouldn't say it's like a weak hit, but it's definitely a pretty strong one as well. Okay, yeah. Wicked Blow, actually does a lot less than I thought it would, I can't lie. Maybe it's because of the I'm just too used to Urshifu having like an actually offensive stab that it goes for. We get the Rock Slide off anyway. Okay, huge. Any flinchers? Flinch would be funny. They're gonna go for Volt Switch. Okay, Volt Switch is fine. Can we flinch the Amoonguss at least though? That'd be huge. Flinching Amoonguss might actually be game changing, I can't lie. They're probably going into Urshifu though. I can't imagine they're not going to Urshifu, which is great actually. That does give me a free turn to go into Gastrodon. So I'm very okay with that. Okay, what are they gonna go for? Goldengo, actually. Ooh, Goldengo. Ooh, they get the Spore off of Urshifu. That kind of sucks. Yeah. We'll go for a Flare Blitz right into Goldengo, though, because that Flare Blitz should be guaranteed as well, barring, well, okay, it's actually not guaranteed, but it could be a lot worse. Okay. We do need to switch, though. And then, yeah, we're gonna go for the Flare Blitz. I know that I'll have to let my Arcanine get put to sleep, which is kind of just something I'm gonna have to take. But if they do switch out, then that's okay. They don't switch out because they would have switched out before my Urshifu did. Okay. So they're gonna go for Make It Rain here or Shadow Ball, probably one of the two. Maybe they go for Trick. I can't imagine they do. They're actually going for Rage Powder here. That's so much better for me again. And then Make It Rain. Perfect. Arcanine should take that. Comfortably, we take that. And then this Flare Blitz will definitely KO. So this works out. Oh right. So we're going into Amoonguss now. We're going into Amoonguss. Unfortunate. Okay, well, Terrain will actually help a bit with this, to be fair. And I can actually just go for an E-Speed right into that Amoonguss, which will be huge. And then I can go for Earth Power into Goldengo. I can also go for Rock Slide, to be honest. But Rock Slide having a chance to miss does kind of scare me, though it would definitely do... I think it does more damage. Let me actually double check that. That's a worthwhile thing to check, I feel like. Let's see. Okay, so... Arcanine, Misui versus Amoonguss. Does Rock Slide or E-Speed do more? Rock Slide actually does slightly more damage. Yeah, we're gonna go for Rock Slide. I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. We don't KO for the record. We actually don't KO. We guarantee do not KO. But ooh, this Earth Power into Heatran will be so good though, to be fair. So I'm more than okay with that. And then, plus the Rock Slide will still do a substantial amount. That actually nearly does KO anyway. And KOing the Heatran is really good for us. Because now we're in a situation where we could actually maybe win the game off Gastrodon. Heatran could have been kind of annoying for that. I wouldn't say it was a super game-changing mon, but it definitely put up enough pressure. Their team right now, though, can't actually KO me. They have nothing that can do that, with Heatran at least. So the issues that they're going to kind of run into now are they have... So they're now in a position where the Arcanine can definitely put up enough pressure on the team as a whole, which is good. I'm going to kill the Amoonguss because that does give me a spot for Gastrodon to wake up, which is kind of what I need. And we're going to go for Earth Power here. We'll go for E-Speed plus Earth Power. Even if they go into Zapdos, I'm fine with that, because Zapdos will just have to take damage. They're going to withdraw Amoonguss. Okay, so be it. We'll have to take Helmet. That means we're definitely losing the Arcanine. But again, Zapdos will be so weakened that I think I'm fine with that. And again, I think that Gastrodon can win this game on its own. The Amoonguss only has Pollen Puff to damage me. Goldengo is going to be locked into Make It Rain, which should do nothing. And Zapdos has to hit Hurricanes, which is huge. I'm going to kill the Zapdos with my Urshifu, assuming that I wake up, obviously. I think that Shifu needs to be the one to target. Yeah, Shifu needs to target it for sure. They can definitely go for Volt Switch here, which I'm fine with that. So I'm gonna go for Earth Power here. Yeah, we're gonna go for Earth Power, and I think I'm gonna go for Wicked Blow into Zapdos. Ideally, that they just stay in and click Make It Rain again, which is good because that shouldn't kill my Urshifu. Yeah, that does nothing. I'm curious if Zapdos will even actually kill Urshifu without taking the damage. Urshifu's gonna be asleep. Okay, go figure. That's fine. And then Hurricane goes off. Okay, so Hurricane connects. That might kill. Yeah, that kills. Okay. Gastrodon should wake up though, which is good. They're gonna probably have, so they're gonna have Detect and Roost shenanigans, which I now need to fight through, which is kind of not great, but I can make it work. I can make it work for sure. Okay. We're gonna yawn into the Zapdos spot because that's a guaranteed yawn right there, and even if they switch out, I can play around the switch. So if they switch out hard into Amoonguss here, I'm actually just gonna target. Okay, no, they don't switch out hard into Amoonguss. Okay. So this should be fine. I believe we do. Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna go for Ice Beam right into that Zapdos. We're gonna bank on. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna go for an Earth Power into Goldengo. Just claim my kill. Because that at least stops them from going for Trick later on. I could maybe yawn again, which could be kind of nice, but I don't know. This is not great. It's not great positioning, I think. Yeah, I think I let too many things go to sleep in all honesty. which is a little unfortunate, but just kind of the nature of the team, you know. For people who could play balances really well, which unfortunately it's not my playstyle, but they can definitely outmaneuver this. I'll at least go Goldengo and get another KO off. I would need to dodge a shit ton of hurricanes and get like really lucky with turns to make this work, because I'm so significantly weakened that I don't think I have a chance. Especially because I'm Rocky Helmet and I don't have Recover in this set, unfortunately. Which kind of just sucks because Gastrodon just has 4 moves into him, really. If you could fit a 5th move on it, I think it'd be stellar. Like Gastrodon's one of those mons I think would be... Obviously, a lot of the game would be different with 5 moves, but Gastrodon probably has some of the highest ceiling with 5 moves out of anything in the game. Okay, well... Let me check. Okay. So, I think that my play is going to be to... I need to Ice Beam the Zapdos. I need to get the damage dealer out of the way. Now they're probably gonna just kill with Hurricane, which is whatever. Okay, unfortunately, yeah, they killed Hurricane. Well, that's gonna be where we're gonna end this video. Sorry we only went 1 and 2 today. I know I've been on a bit of a hot streak. Definitely just one of those days though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did and you want to see some more content like this, of course, like and subscribe for more. We're gonna be bringing something tomorrow. I'm not sure what yet. I have, as I said, I have a few things planned, but if you guys want to see certain mons, the only thing that is non-negotiable is last day of Reg D, or last day before the DLC, we are doing Cloth. But if you guys want to see anything in particular, let me know down below. At the very bare minimum, what I think I'm going to do is tomorrow, I'm going to do Iron Thorns or Iron Valiant. I'm still not sure which. It will probably be Iron Thorns, because I think that Iron Valiant's a little bit too unviable, to be completely honest. Actually, no, tomorrow will be Wo-Chien, because Wo-Chien's like the last... Actually, I'll do Iron Thorns tomorrow. I'll do Iron Thorns tomorrow for sure. So we're going to do Iron Thorns tomorrow. Let me know down below what other mons you want to see next. Ideally, again, I think I'm going to go with like Breloom, T-Tar, and Wo-Chien right now. But if you guys want to see something else, let me know. With that said, though, shout out to our current channel members. You guys' support in the channel is greatly appreciated. That's Zeke, Mia, Timo Mueller, Sam, Rao Plays, Obo, Johanna Speed, Double, Endless Gadgets, and Ben Bemby. Your guys' support is greatly appreciated. If you want to become a channel member today, it's only a couple dollars a month, and you get some nice bonus content on the channel. With that said, though, we'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Until then, peace out, guys.